limit is the quickest way to go broke.
The deadlift is hard. That's why it works.
So you're on birth control, you don't have a boyfriend, but you're not a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 362nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. We are presented in part by 1821manmade.com, your one-stop shop for all of your beard grooming needs. They are not a bargain brand beard balm company that wants every man to buy their products. They only want men who take their facial grooming seriously. So go to 1821manmade.com today and step up your beard game. Let's get right to it. We talk all the time about women who have red flags, right? And listen, to be clear, red flags are more or less defined as characteristics, traits, habits, or sometimes even circumstances that make a girl less likely to be a good significant other, main chick, girlfriend, wife, etc. Now, to be clear, red flags don't necessarily disqualify a woman from your commitment. Devin's got a couple of red flags, but I've managed to mitigate those red flags. Lesser men would not be able to do what I do. And here's another thing, guys. Not all red flags are created equal, but they are what they are. If a girl has a red flag, you need to be on the lookout and prepare accordingly. And of course, the more red flags any given woman has, the more likely it is that she will turn your life upside down in many, many ways. Also, red flags are synonymous with slut tells in women. Anytime a woman has a red flag, it always manifests itself through sex, because women can only destroy themselves through sex. They can only destruct themselves via cock. Even if they have self-destructive habits, those self-destructive habits always lead to sex. She drinks a lot, she fucks a lot. She cuts herself out of self-mutilation because she secretly hates herself. She's a slut. The list goes on and on. I don't think I really need to explain that. So red flags are certainly a cause for concern. So make sure you proceed with extreme caution, because again, if she has too many red flags, you need to hit the eject button with the quickness. Now, I'm not going to talk about red flags because I've discussed these red flags ad nauseum multiple times during the now 362 episodes of TSR Live, Sharpe Shorts, the Brother Pill, and the Red Man Group. No need to beat a dead horse here. We're all aware of what most red flags are. Then we have what I like to call crimson flags. Okay? These are the habits and characteristics that are a little more alarming than red flags. Again, they don't completely disqualify a woman from a long-term relationship, but they almost do. If you meet a woman with crimson flags, which, and I'll discuss a few today, you will need airtight, rock-solid game. Because if you don't, she will do far more damage to you than a woman with red flags. Then there are traits, habits, characteristics, and circumstances that damage a woman beyond repair. These are not red flags. These are not crimson flags. Gentlemen, these are black flags. These are the things that make women radioactive as far as long-term relationships are concerned. And if a man does not have game, I would strongly suggest not even sticking your dicks in these chicks, even one time. Women who are damaged beyond repair, black flag girls. These are the borderline personality disorder girls. Girls who know how to manipulate men on multiple levels. Girls who are psychologically diabolical and will take their pound of flesh if you so much as interact with them, let alone fuck them even one time. Women with black flags are not to be messed with, gentlemen. And I'm going to discuss 5 that you need to be on the lookout for. I'm going to talk about 6 crimson flags. Then later on in the show, I'm going to give you guys 5 black flags. My opening rant, as I discovered that I did not bring a bottle of water onto the set today, is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest grade kratom on the market. Happy Hippo Kratom will elevate your mood, make you fearless around women, and gives you a relaxed energy that only the purest kratom can provide. Go to happyhippoherbals.com today and save 20% when you pay with Bitcoin. And yes, that includes your shipping. happyhippoherbals.com. If you have a question or a comment about women who are damaged beyond repair, give me a call. 914-205-5356. If you have an unrelated question about girls, game, finance, fitness, or anything else that pertains to increasing your value and agency as a man, as I try to wrestle this damn thing off because it's getting too hot in here, book a one-on-one consult on DonovanSharpe.com/consults. Okay, that's much, much better. Man, it was getting fucking hot in here. All right, I can't see my other... Okay, there we go. It's weird. I have like this laptop and I can't... There we go. There we go. All right. I got this weird laptop. If it's angled a certain way, you can't see it. Follow, add, and like me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search Donovan Sharpe on all 3 platforms to get access to all of my content. All of my content. Go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. There you will find the entire archive of all complete episodes of TSR Live, both audio and video, so you can listen or watch on the go at your leisure. Now, you can watch my show live on weekday afternoons at 5 p.m. Eastern, but if you want to be able to rewatch or re-listen to the episodes in their entirety, less than 17 cents a day is all that it takes. If you like what you hear, if you get something out of my content and you want to contribute to the show, you can do that through my Streamlabs link. I'm putting it in the chat right now. It is www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe1. That's www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Now, I don't take super chat because YouTube wisely takes 30% off the top. And if I were YouTube, I'd do the same thing. So if you want 100% of your contribution to come to the towers to help the show, the Streamlabs link is the best way to do it. I appreciate every dollar, guys. Every little bit counts. Marcus wants to know, hope I haven't missed much. You haven't missed much of anything, just my open salvo. You are certainly good to go. You're certainly good to go there.
I had the opportunity of booking Donovan for 1 hour, and it was money well invested. Donovan is a student of human behavior, more specifically female behavior. If you have a question about game, Donovan will listen to what you got to say, and it is definitely worth every penny. He's brilliant, and he offers intellectual stimulation for anybody who wants to listen to him. I would highly recommend Donovan. Book your appointment today.
Gentlemen, my girlfriend Devin gives me slutty, submissive sex anytime I want. Gentlemen, she does it all and never turns me down. And I mean never. If you want to know how to get slutty, submissive sex from your wife or girlfriend anytime you want, or if you're a single guy, just want to get laid more, booking a one-on-one consultation with me is the solution. I want to make it crystal clear to you guys that I don't give my clients theories or ideas or say things like, maybe you should try this. No. It's not how this works. I advise men based on my own personal experience. I advise men on what I've done in the past and what I continue to do to this day to get exactly the sex I want out of my woman. Gentlemen, I will give you real, actionable, real-world solutions that any man, including you, can put into practice today and start seeing result. And if there's any doubt in your mind as to whether or not I know what I'm talking about, don't pay me a dime until you either A, look at the screen for all of you YouTube watchers, or B, scroll through my social media feeds. Any idiot can get in front of a camera and say that his girl does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, but I'm the only one out there who actually proves it. No, my consultations are not cheap, but there are a couple of ways to save a shitload of money. The first way is to become an $8 patron. As an $8 patron, you'll get access to exclusive articles and videos, but you will also get a 40% discount when you book a one-on-one consultation with me. The second way is to become a $25 patron. Along with exclusive articles and videos, you'll get a 30-minute consultation every month at no additional charge. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to become a patron, or go to donovansharpe.com/consults. That's consults with an S on the end, as in plural. Book your one-on-one consultation with me today. All right, let us check the chat here before we get this party started. Let me scroll up. Ryan Sullivan, the first to cross the tape. Trav Hawkins, good to see you in here. I haven't seen you here in a while. Thaddeus Scott, Mr. Waves, good to see you in here. Sharpe Assist says the roads are shit. I guess Sharpe Assist is, on his way home. Captain Crunch 420, good to see you in here. Armando Moreno, as always. Dooney Smith says, I can agree with you there. I'm a truck driver. I have no idea what he's talking about there. I guess I missed that. Freelance Ronin, one of the original TSR OGs. Good to see you in here. Dooney says, I see Donovan has the ludicrous going on. I do not know what that means. I mean, I'm light-skinned, and I do have the gift of gab. So, please. Oh, yeah, Dooney wants to know why I don't have a super chat icon. Yeah, just do the streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Of course, I talked about that a little bit earlier. Maverick Harper says, thanks for this talk podcast. Yeah, absolutely, man. I love what I do. Swade Senator says Carmelo Anthony is no longer a Houston Rocket. Yeah, what a bust that was. Melo's done. He should retire. He really should. He is a shell of himself. Melo, the interesting thing is Carmelo Anthony is one of these guys who could have been one of the greats, but he didn't put in the work. He always carried a little bit of baby fat. He always carried a little bit of fat. He was never really ripped like he could be. He didn't put in the work. And, listen, he was one of the greatest offensive scorers I've ever seen, but he could have been greater had he put the work in the gym. James Martinez jokes, Melo to the 76ers. No. I do not want Melo. Melo will blow up that locker room. Fuck that. Hellfighter says, should have left the Knicks 8 years ago. Yeah, right? Today's topic was submitted by Hashim Abdullah. If you guys have a topic idea, be sure to submit that to me via DonovanSharpe.com, or you can shoot me an email at DonovanSharpe, ROK, @gmail.com. All right, let's get started here. Let's talk about crimson flags. Now, I've got 6 of them. And again, crimson flags aren't necessarily deal breakers, but they are very, very close. I'll reiterate again that the more game you have, meaning the better a handle you have on women, and the longer you've lived the red pill life, the more likely it is that you can mitigate some of these crimson flags. Now, that's not going to be easy no matter how much game you have, and a lot of men decide it's just not worth the effort. Just because you can deal with crimson flags, just because you can mitigate them, doesn't mean you want to. So listen, there are a lot of black men out here, myself included. I could easily handle black women. Doesn't mean I want to. Black women say all the time, well, you can't handle a strong black woman. Yeah, actually I can, but I'm sure you could handle a bratty kid too. Doesn't mean you want to. Crimson flags are the same way. Crimson flag number 1. She was raised by a single mother. Now, again, this is not a black flag, but this is a crimson flag. Even still, just because it's not a black flag, a woman who is raised by a single mother will make your life a living hell. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Now, as obvious as this is, even dudes who have red pill awareness, they have no clue that if she was raised by a single mother, she is just about damaged beyond repair. Not quite, but almost. If she is raised by a single mother, guys, there's a better than average chance that she has no relationship with her father, which of course means daddy issues. And as we all know, daddy issues turns girls into raging sluts. And by raging slut, I mean she is not as selective as she could be, right? If she's a 7 or an 8, she doesn't have to fuck low-value guys. But girls with daddy issues are notorious for fucking truckloads of dudes who ain't shit when they don't have to. Amy was a solid 9. She had black flags and crimson flags and slut tells to be sure. But she was raised by a single mother. She had an absentee father. She was hot, but she was not very selective. Now, this isn't to say that girls that are raised in a 2-parent household don't turn out to be sluts, because thanks to feminism, most of those girls turn out to be sluts anyway. But if there's no father in the home, you may as well quintuple her potential notch count. And girls like that rarely miss the mark. As I said before, Amy's father was in and out of prison her entire childhood. So it's not surprising that she gave birth to a kid at the age of 13 years old who was fathered by a man 31 years old. That's right. At 13 years old, Amy gave birth to a kid. The father was 31 years old. Now, by the time I met her, she had a 6-year-old. And again, she's like, yeah, I have a 6-year-old little girl. I'm like, wait a minute, you're 19 years old. Had the kid at 13. And if you want to know who Amy is, if you want to know that backstory, look up Red Pill Origins Volume 2. You can always find that. You can Google that, Red Pill Origins Volume 2, Donovan Sharpe. You can also find that, when you do that, it's going to be on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Buckle up. That is one hell of a story. Trust me. Number 2. She rewards you when you treat her badly. This is the second crimson flag. Now, this one's simple. Women who treat you better when you treat them badly, they're not used to good treatment, or they don't think they deserve it. Now, this can be for any number of reasons. No father in the home. She's been in abusive relationships because of daddy issues. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the bottom line is that if a woman only treats you well when you treat her badly, she is just about damaged beyond repair. She's close, not quite, but she's almost there. Crimson flag number 3. She admits to you that she has hooked up with other girls. Now, most girls have hooked up with other girls. Is that normal sexual behavior? Probably not. But that is a bona fide slut tell. Okay? That's a red flag if you find out. Now, most girls never tell guys they actually like that they've hooked up with other girls. And men with red pill awareness knows that if she's ever lived alone, or if she went to a 4-year school and lived on campus, listen, she's probably licked a pussy or 6. This is just, listen, man, girls hook up with girls all the time. This happens. But if she outwardly admits to you that she has hooked up with other girls, that puts her into the super slut category, which means triple figure notch count. Not a red flag. That is a crimson flag. Hellfighter says boys with single moms are as bad. We're not talking about boys with single moms. We're talking about women in this particular podcast. So crimson flag number 3 is not that she's hooked up with other girls. Listen, you may find out from one of her friends, Wendy kind of hooked up with, Jessica in college, right? All right, no big deal. You find out, big fucking deal. I don't give a shit about that, right? But if Wendy actually admits to you that she licked a pussy or 2 in college, yeah, that is definitely a crimson flag. Number 4. Crimson flag number 4. And again, these are crimson flags. These are not, it doesn't mean she's damaged beyond repair, but she's very, very close. Number 4, she tells you that she is a feminist. Now, I've discussed this before, but most girls don't identify as a feminist, but all of them have feminist beliefs and tendencies, right? They believe in things like egalitarian relationships. They believe that women are equal to men. They don't think that there's anything wrong with staying in contact with her ex-boyfriends. They don't hold women accountable for sexual irresponsibility, and so on and so forth. But when a woman says out loud that she is a feminist, the party's over. Truth be told, guys, you can tell a woman is a feminist before she tells you, right? The sleeve tattoo, the green hair, the tongue piercing tells you all you need to know about a girl before she opens her mouth. Number 5, the number 5 crimson flag. And again, crimson flag, a little more serious than a red flag, not quite a black flag. She's been a smoker for most of her life. Now, we've all heard of the popular slut trope. If she pokes, or if she smokes, she pokes. That's 100% true. I've never met a smoker who was a virgin. I've never met a smoker who wasn't a slut. But if you meet a 33-year-old woman who smoked since she was maybe 14 or 15, that's a crimson flag. Again, guys, this is self-destructive behavior, like the wacky piercings and the neck tattoos, which is the telltale sign of deep-rooted issues, some of which I've already mentioned. Now, I'm sure she's tried to quit a few times, but deep down, she knew she wouldn't. She just tried. She just tried to quit so that she could say she tried, but she knows she's going to smoke until she dies. Now, many people have smoked at some point in their lives, myself included. And Devin smoked at one point, but she quit. Now, that doesn't mean that if a woman has ever smoked, that she is damaged beyond repair. But if she has smoked for most of her life, again, she's pretty close. That is a crimson flag. Number six, the number 6 crimson flag. She is or has a substance abuse addiction. This could very easily be a black flag. It could be, but I didn't put it. Listen, man, if ever there was a crimson flag that could also be a black flag, this would be it. Now, this is another obvious alarming trait, but we know that men either ignore this or they don't realize that she has a substance abuse problem until it's too late. Women who are or have been addicted to drugs or alcohol, again, they're engaging in self-destructive behavior. Drinking and drugs are forms of self-destructive behavior, which is standard for most women. But when they're addicted to it, right, there is some sort of deep-rooted issues going on. And again, I've talked about some already in this episode. Okay, so a girl got fucked up at a party once. Okay, fine. Okay, so she did a few lines of blow when she was with her girls on a weekend in Vegas. Yeah, she's a slut. We get that. But any woman who has ever been addicted to drugs or alcohol are raging sluts. They get drunk, they fuck a bunch of dudes. They get high, they get fucked up, they fuck a bunch of dudes. Women with substance abuse addictions are always raging sluts, which again are much different from standard sluts as we talked about earlier. Dude, guys, listen, man. I have dated, fucked, banged many strippers. These are the 9s and the 10s of the world. The upper 5%, the top 5% of women in terms of looks. All of these girls are addicted to some sort of drug. Some are addicted to cocaine, some addicted to heroin, some addicted to speed, crystal meth. They're all raging sluts. They don't have to be, but they are. They could easily be selective, but because they're addicted to drugs, they fuck a lot more guys than they have to. Substance abuse addiction is a crimson flag straight up. Fuck her and discard her. That is literally all she's for. If you are listening on SoundCloud and you want to listen to the rest of this episode, if you want to know what the black flags are, if you want to know the 5 signs she is damaged beyond repair, head on over to DonovanSharpe.com or Patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Again, if you're listening on SoundCloud and you want to listen to the rest of this episode, if you want to know the 5 black flags, the 5 signs she is damaged beyond repair, head on over to DonovanSharpe.com or Patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe.